Hi everyone, welcome to Eden's Secret. I've got a lovely packing video for you coming up today. Part 1 is coming up now and then we'll have part 2 tomorrow. Hope you enjoy this. I know lots of you have been asking for them. Hope you like my prize winning flowers. And there's John and his dad going out to Appleby now. Keep seeing those messages. Please do another packing video. Please do another packing video. So here we go. We've got one. So I'm just taking some kitchen roll and I'm going to spray all my work surface down with rubbing alcohol. Now I've just gone and sprayed my wax melt labels. I've ruined them. I mean, it might dry off, so we'll see. It was a bit silly, wasn't it? But I do silly things like that all the time. I'm sure it will dry off. Most of it's dried off already, look. Just evaporates, doesn't it? But the Rockstar one, it hasn't. Right, so I've already packed up some of my bath bombs. Well, they're not finished, but I've just already put those into some biodegradable bags. Just because when you pack in them, a bit of the crumb kit comes off and makes a bit of a mess on your worktop. Right, the other thing I wanted to show you is I got a delivery of my new boxes. These are the boxes that I've been using, and they're not like the strongest boxes ever, but they are nice and strong. I looked through AliExpress and DHgate to try and find some the same, because the first ones I got were even shallower, which was better. These ones are a little bit too deep there. But the old ones were a lot shallower than that, and I've got one handy just to show you the difference. This is the original size, which actually, it was better, but maybe just a little bit too shallow, so something in between the two would have been great. I couldn't find them. They were all deep. So what I've had to do is I bought a ton of the same box, but I've bought multiple colours. So I've got the blue, and these are like pearl paper, so blue pearl, lilac pearl. They do a natural, a lovely peachy pink. I love peachy pink. I prefer peachy pink to a true pink. So that's pearl. The purple's pearl, the blue's pearl. The natural obviously isn't. And then I've got the white. Now the white is exactly the same paper card as what this one is. The only problem is the new ones were really deep, so you can see the difference between on the line from there to there, how deep they are. So what I've actually done is I've cut all these down. So that's another reason there weren't many videos last week, because it took me 2 full days to reduce the size of literally what you can see there, just those boxes. So that's the original fold, but I've managed to cut them down so the fold is shallower, so it's a little bit shallower than this box, so the depth is perfect now, but so incredibly time consuming. I wouldn't buy these boxes again for the simple fact that the pearl paper is only half as thick as this card here, and I'm surprised that the natural one isn't very thick either. So they're gonna do, they'll have to do me. So I am actually disappointed with them, so I'm not going to recommend them, but I will put a link to them in the description box just in case you want to go and buy some. They were all supplied with ribbons, but I will use the ribbons for something else, but I'm not going to use them for this because I prefer these boxes just flat on the top with my label across, just for packing purposes. So that was incredibly time consuming. And then also these ones, they're complete all the way around, like they're stuck on one edge here. These ones aren't, so I had to stick all of those together. So again, that was time consuming. Each box took me about 3.5 minutes to shrink. Obviously I was probably doing other things as well on those days, but predominantly that's all I did all day, was just, well, for 2 days, was just cut these boxes down. So I'm just gonna, actually they'll be all right over here, won't they? They'll do me quite a long time actually, these. And then if I have any spare time, I'll be able to do the rest of what I bought. Right, so no great big orders here, just the last of the orders I need to do to get caught up. These are my boxes for my bath bombs. So we're going to start off with this order, which is going to Nebraska in the United States. I don't think I've ever sent a parcel to Nebraska before. So I hope you enjoyed my fragrance oil collection video yesterday. I literally can't wait to get started with those, and I'm literally gonna start with those after probably tomorrow, well, or the next day, because I've got a collab soap to make today, which needs to be uploaded for Monday. So it'll be made today, cut tomorrow, and then uploaded Monday night at 6 p.m. English time. Right, that Rockstar, it has evaporated now, the rubbing alcohol. So with these boxes here, you'll recognise these boxes. I've had them for quite a long time, years actually. So it's given me something useful to pack in them. Oh no. Oh yes, I have. I was thinking I'm going to have to make a label, but I have actually got a label for this one. But I don't know if, surely I've got one for the Instagrams. I'm sure I made some the other day. There's none there. Yeah, looks like I'll have to make some. I thought I'd made some, you know. That's all solid body butters. Well, I'm going to have to stop the video in a minute and get some of those labels made. these, that's a cupcake. Thought I sorted these out. Right, what we're going to do is we'll just forget going through them and we'll put this on first, just to make sure I don't get it mixed up with any of the other boxes. My glasses are broken, so I can't see what I'm doing properly. I'm in the absolutely huge boxes, but I'm just lucky that I'm in the absolutely gorgeous boxes. I think I got these on DHgate, but I've had them for years and years and years and years. I mean, could be like 6 years. Sometimes I buy things and I like them that much that I don't want to use them up. I mean, these actually, it's just the same with these. I've had these for as long as I've had these. So that's probably why I can't find any online. Okay, I'm gonna go and make those labels, and then I'll be back as soon as I've done that. Okay, so I've printed my labels. I really would have preferred hot pink foil, but I've run out. So I just went for the paler pink instead. And then obviously when you make labels on an A4 sheet, you've got to cut them out. And when you're cutting sticky labels, your scissors can get a little bit clogged up with the glue after a while. So that's why I don't cut them with a proper cutter, if anybody's wondering. With this, I can just take a wet wipe and wipe the blades, and that takes all the glue off. Which you can probably do with a cutter as well. Okay, there we are. So let's get some of these into boxes, shall we? The good thing about these cellophane bags is they have a little bit of extra room, so when you pop them into a box like this, it stops them moving about. They're a little bit deep, but it doesn't matter, they still arrive in perfect condition. I shouldn't have said that. I know I'm not superstitious, but should I touch wood now for saying that? I'll be running out of these boxes very soon, so I'm going to have to find something else. I was thinking about, I don't know if any of you know about the Cry Cut or the Cricut or any cutting machine like that I could make my own boxes with. I would need them to cut card quite substantial card. I don't know whether it would be, I don't know, because I don't deal with card much. I'm thinking maybe 300 GSM. I don't know what 250's like those boxes, those new boxes I've got over there. I don't know how thick that card is supposed to be, because it's not written on or anything. And the reason I would want to make my own boxes is because I have so many different shapes and sizes of things that it would absolutely cost me a fortune. I just couldn't afford to go out and get thousands of boxes for each product made in all different colours, shapes and sizes. So if any of you know anything about cutting machines like that, please let me know. You can either tell me in the comments, or if you want to get in touch, best place to get in touch with me is on my website, because obviously I have to check my website messages all the time. But when you do lots of social media, there's loads of different places that people can get in touch, and such as, obviously, you can't get in touch through YouTube anymore, which I do actually think is a shame, because I use YouTube more than anything. So there's Instagram, there's Facebook, there's Twitter, there's email, there's website. If you've got Facebook, you've got a personal page, because you have to have a personal page to have a business page. So I really don't bother with Facebook, so don't message me there. Always message me through the website, and there's always a link to our website in the description box below the video. You've got the biggest chance of getting in touch with me and getting a reply if you message me through the website. Right, so let's just check this order. So this lady has got, I think it's a lady, isn't it? Yeah. We've got one Angel Aura. We've got a Flirtatious. Whoops. We've got a Luscious Lemon. We've got a Water Lily. Now, I've been in touch with her because I've actually sold out of the next one. I need to just check the messages. We've also got a Daffodil and Watermelon. We've got a Supernova, and we've got 2 massage bars, 1 Angel and 1 Cashmere. Right, I'm just going to check those messages, because I said, because I've gone out of stock. There is one here, but that's for another order. But because I haven't got it, I've offered her a replacement of 2, so she can choose another 2 in place of that one that's out of stock. I just, you know, things like that, I feel so guilty. I always want the customer to be very happy with whatever the replacement is, so offering 2 for 1 is what I always do. Okay, so she's just left it up to me, so I put her in a slice of pink champagne and a slice of Little Miss Cupcake. A few of you had mentioned in comments yesterday about not being able to get any of the pink champagne because this was the last, but the loaves that I've made, I already have some in the shop, and those 2 loaves I've made, they're also going in the shop as well when they're cured. So if you do want any, you can still get some. It'll probably be there for a little while, so sometimes I cut the bars just a little bit too wide, too deep, and then they won't go in the bag easily, but we've got there in the end. So last night, well yesterday, when I got my delivery of fragrance oils, I covered myself with 4 of the oils. One was birthday cake, one was Christmas cookies, which are the ones? Christmas cookies, crispy marshmallow treats, birthday cake, and the other one must have been butterbeer, and I absolutely smelt delicious all day. Gorgeous. I mean, you're not supposed to put fragrance oils direct onto the skin, but I'm one of the lucky ones. Even though I have got like funny skin, I'm okay with putting fragrance oils on my skin, and that is how I actually find the true scent of a fragrance oil, because smelling it out the bottle never gives you a true reading of what the scent actually smells like. It's just an easier way to do it than actually waiting until you make the soap to find out what it smells like. And even like when I picked my trousers up and that to put in the washing basket this morning that I'd taken off last night, I got that smell straight away again this morning. It's like, oh whoosh. I absolutely love that. So they were the Craftivator fragrances, and I think this is my very first time ordering from Craftivator. So I'm really looking forward to using all these fragrances. I don't know if I'll actually get all of them made in the run up to Christmas, but I'm going to give it a good go. I think like what happens every year is, come the end of the summer holidays, because obviously the kids are still off school, you start thinking about Christmas, and then in September people start asking about Christmas fragrances and what are the soaps going to look like and all this kind of thing. So I am determined this year to get them done early, but I'm determined to do them every year. And this is what happens. Other things come up that you have to do, and then you don't end up getting around to it until October again. So I'm hoping that doesn't happen this year. So the solid body butters, they just go in shrink wrap bags. rather than the self-seal silicone bags, because there's not a lot of room in my box. So what I do is I just do that with them, and then we'll just get some boxes ready. I've run out of blue boxes for the angel, so I'll just put it in a pink. They're a bit finicky to put together, these, but it's like anything, once you get the knack, it's not too difficult. But any boxes, like, it is much more time consuming than putting things in cellophane. And I was watching a video the other day, and you know, stuff does look nice in cellophane, so I've ordered some snowflake cellophane, but I don't think it's going to come until the 3rd of October. I stupidly didn't check the date. So just clear cellophane with white snowflakes on. I tend to usually go for gold, but I actually think just a white spot on cellophane looks really nice. And then it might be that next year, once I've used all these boxes up, I might try and come up with some other way of wrapping soap. Like, kind of by accident, the other day, I actually just came up with this, which is really simple. It's just a strip of card, and then, you know, a press to press out these lovely shapes on the bottom. And it doesn't take up much room. I haven't actually put any cellophane or plastic on there. I do tend to like to put stuff in plastic. I know everybody's against plastic these days, but it does keep stuff really fresh. And until they come up with something else that's going to work as well in its place, then some of us were just going to have to use it, keep using it. Someone had pulled me up in a comment about, I don't even know who they were, who it was, about using bubble wrap and packing peanuts. Well, packing peanuts are biodegradable. But yeah, the bubble wrap is plastic. But when you're sending wholesale orders, you can't wrap your soap in tissue or anything, because if there's any sweat or gets in there whatsoever, then it'll just stick to the soap. Because I know all this, because I've tried many different ways of shipping wholesale orders in the past. And obviously you've got to do the best you can to make sure that the product arrives in perfect condition to the customer, don't you? So that's why I use it. And also I like using the anti-static bubble wrap. So they're the boxes there for the solid body butters, and we'll just pop some labels on those. I have to say, I think the cashmere is actually my favourite out of these. I brought my glasses yesterday, I think I told you. So when I'm using that scalpel, I'm absolutely lost without it. I'm better at seeing distance rather than close up. But when you're doing little fiddly jobs like this, you can't see at a distance anyway. That's just the only thing with these online labels. The labels I used to buy, I can't remember where I got them from. Mind, they were double the price, maybe even more than that. I think they were 63 quid a box. I don't know why that sticks in my head. So the backing was a lot easier to peel off. You could just do it with your fingernail. But these ones, I can only do it with the scalpel. Right, so I can't show you who this is going to, but this is the moment where I'm going to write the customer's name on here, the month that I packed it, and I'm going to take a photograph of it. So I'll just do that. And we're going to mark off and make sure I've got everything that's on this order. So 1 Angel Aura, 1 Flirtatious, 1 Luscious Lemon, 1 Water Lily. We didn't have the Marble Magnolia, but in place of that we've got a Little Miss Cupcake and a Pink Champagne. And then a Daffodil and Watermelon, and then 1 Supernova, that's this one, a Cashmere Solid Body Butter, and an Angel Skin Solid Body Butter. And we also need to put some freebies in. So I'm just going to put 3 cute soaps there. And let's get that into a box, shall we? I need to put them in boxes first, don't I? Right, so let's get these into boxes. They're what I call a bit waffly, these, but they're okay. It's just what you get used to, isn't it? Because the card on the others was so lovely and thick. They're still all right. They could be better, but once I get used to them, it probably won't feel any different. So Water Lily, I need a Daffodil and Melon, Flirtatious, Little Miss Cupcake, a luscious lemon, pink champagne, Angel Aura. Oh damn, now they're going to be all mixed up again. Supernova, that should be it, I think, is it? So what I'll tend to do with the labels is I'll try and loosen all of them. I'm going to see if John's got a pair of glasses. Oh wow, John's glasses are specs. They're really good. Better than those cheap ones I had. So I know some of you wonder why I don't already have the soaps in that package. It's because I do wholesale and retail. My wholesale goes out without the packaging on. It's just wrapped in bubble wrap with a label. And it's having the room to have like two areas, you know, one for wholesale and one for retail. So all my retail orders, well, everything's packed and labelled as it's to go out, because every single order is different. And I have to say, this is a bit of a palaver, which is probably one of the reasons I'll change it again next year. But we're in the end of August now, so we've done 8 months with these new labels. It doesn't seem like that long, does it? But this year, in a way, it's like we've missed a year. We haven't had a year because of the virus. So I've seen lots of molds and that with like FU 2020. So I wish there was like a clean version of that somewhere so I could buy them. Like SodU 2020 would be alright. Or let's put 2020 behind us. So when you're packing like this, you've got to do each one separately, because you'll forget which soap you've actually put in the box. And this, again, it's the most expensive way I've ever packaged anything. Like, I used to, when you package in the cellophane, it only costs like 2 to 5 pence to package a product. Well, these boxes were maybe 50p each, and then there's the labels as well, and just the foil on the labels can work out at like 40p just for the foil, and that's without taking any time into consideration, ink and the actual cost of the labels themselves. But it does look lovely. Someone had tagged me with an image of they'd given one of these soaps to someone as a gift, and it did look absolutely gorgeous, I have to say. Far better than cellophane. But what I like about the cellophane is I like the sound of it, you know, that lovely crackly sound. So you can see what I mean about putting them in the cellophane bags. There's still a gap around there. So it packed, you know, it'll stop it moving around if there's any space in the box at all. So, you know, I've looked and looked and looked for soap packaging, and it really is all down to getting boxes that are going to fit the size of the soaps you make. I can actually smell one of those fragrance oils. I think it's the birthday cake. I must have got some dribbled on a cloth that I've got just to the right of me there. I don't know why. I didn't expect there to be any fruit in the birthday cake fragrance. I thought it would just be vanilla sponge and cream. But of course it has the strawberry jam in there as well, and that is what makes it so magnificent. So I'm really excited to try that. I'm hoping it doesn't discolour, but I've no way of knowing until you use it. And that's what I was saying about, if we can, as a soap community, let's write on there. Let's write on all the websites with reviews to say whether a fragrance discolours or it speeds up the trace. I just think it would be so useful for all of us, because usually I wouldn't buy a fragrance that discolours. Right, so that's the last one there. So there they all are. One good thing is it's nice to have quite a few different colours for your soap boxes, because I think I just had pink and white before, didn't I? And I did have a few black ones, but not very many. So at least I can colour coordinate a little bit more, which is what I absolutely love to do. I love to package my product in a box that's the same colour as the soap. But they only have like 5 colours: the white, the purple, the pink, the blue and the natural. But I didn't have anything natural to go in a natural box today, so let's get these in a box, shall we? Okay everyone, thanks so much for watching part 1 of this 2-part packing video. Part 2 coming up tomorrow. Thanks so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like and share. Place a comment in the comment section down below. I'll see you all very, very soon. Bye bye for now.